Okay, amigas, here we are in the third video, and I'm going to conjugate the reflexive verbs. Now, I listed two columns, and one with the regular, irregular verbs in infinitive and in the reflexive form. So you can have the contrast, yeah? So you can see the difference in the conjugation and in the use of the pronouns. All right? I also want to mention that not all the verbs that we have in Spanish belong to the pronominal cake, yeah? Remember I said that one of the characteristics of these three slices, because not the fourth, not the pure pronominals, but the rest, the other three pieces, have a regular or irregular verb in infinitive and then a se form. Yeah? Like lavar, lavarse. Like, that's a reflexive. Ir, irse. That's a converted. Yeah? Now, comunicar, to communicate, and comunicarse, to communicate. This is recíproco. This is just a regular verb. Yeah? Comunicar, oops, my earring. Okay, comunicar is just a regular verb. Comunicarse, it's recíproco. Right? Now, pure pronominal don't have the regular or irregular verb. And again, not all the verbs can be converted to the se form. For example, barrer, to sweep, does not belong to the pronominal cake, right? To the pronominal verbs. It doesn't have a se form. Trapear, to mop, doesn't have a se form, so it doesn't belong to the pronominal cake. Yeah? Viajar, to travel, doesn't have a se form, so it doesn't belong to the pronominal verbs. Yeah? Or visitar, yeah? It doesn't have a se form, doesn't belong to the pronominal cake. And many other verbs that we have that cannot be converted to the se form. They are just actions, they are just verbs. Alright? Alright, I just wanted to make sure. Great, now let's go to the verb, to the conjugation, and I'm going to go fast, or a little bit faster, on the easy ones, the ones you already know. Okay, for example, the verb pintar and pintarse, to paint and to put makeup on. Pintar is a regular verb in the infinitive. Pintarse is a reflexive verb, yeah, to put makeup on. Now, see the sentence. Yo pinto la casa, with a regular verb. Yo pinto la casa. I paint the house. Here, you don't use a reflexive form, you just use the verb pintar. Yo pinto la casa. Now, what pronoun will you use? Yes, you will use the direct pronoun, because la casa is the direct object. So, yo la pinto. Yeah? Now here, you use me pinto los ojos. You use the reflexive form. Me pinto los ojos. Yeah? But here, because you have a direct object, which are los ojos, yeah? Because the action of pintar affects directly los ojos, you can use also, or you can add also the direct pronoun. Yo me los pinto. ¿Sí? Yo me los pinto. Me pinto los ojos, me los pinto. Yeah? Los doesn't substitute the reflexive pronoun. You see? Me los pinto. It's just an addition because we have a direct object, which are los ojos. So, me los pinto. Me pinto la casa, la pinto. Me pinto los ojos, me los pinto. Los because los ojos is masculine plural. Alright? Next one. Lavar. Regular verb in the infinitive. Yo lavo la ropa. Yeah? Yo lavo la ropa. Now here you can use a direct pronoun. Yo la lavo. Why? Because we have a direct object. La ropa is affected directly by the verb or by the action lavar. Yo lavo la ropa. Yo la lavo. Yeah? Now, lavarse. Me lavo las manos. Yeah? Me lavo las manos. You're using the reflexive form. Me lavo las manos. Alright? Las manos is the direct object, but it's not outside me, it's in me, it's part of me. Yeah? That's why it's reflexive. Me lavo las manos. Now here we also have a direct object, which is las manos. Yeah? So we can add the direct pronoun. Me las lavo. Alright? Because las is plural feminine, because las manos is plural feminine. So yo me las lavo. Yeah? Con jabón. With soap. Okay? Yo me las lavo con jabón. Yeah? Or me lavo las manos con jabón. You see? Yo lavo la ropa, yo la lavo. Me lavo las manos, me las lavo. Okay? Great. Now, rasurar. Rasurar, to shave. Yeah? For example, the barber shaves the clients. El peluquero, who cuts the hair and does all that stuff, el peluquero rasura a sus clientes. Yeah? El peluquero rasura a sus clientes. That's a regular verb, conjugated. Yeah? Now here you can use a direct pronoun, because rasurar is the action that affects what? The clients. That's los clientes, that's a masculine plural. So you will say, el barbero los rasura. El barbero los rasura. Now in the reflexive form, you will say, rasurarse. ¿Ya? Yo me rasuro las piernas. A veces. Sometimes. A veces. Yo me rasuro las piernas. Yeah? That's a reflexive form. Now, here in this sentence, you can add the direct pronoun, because we have a direct object, las piernas. Yeah? I do the action, but I do it on my legs. Yeah? Even if it's on me. Even if it's a part of me, and because it's a part of me, I'm doing it to myself, but it's a direct object. Yeah? Because las piernas is receiving the action directly. So you can say, me las rasuro. Me las rasuro a veces. Yeah? Now here remember that we use the pronouns, the direct or indirect pronouns, when we know what we're talking about. Yeah? Or when I'm saying to you, oh, yo me rasuro las piernas a veces. Yo me las rasuro. You have to, there has to be a conversation around las piernas. So you know that I'm talking about las piernas. Yeah? When I replace with a pronoun. Okay? So you see the difference? El peluquero, the barber, el peluquero los rasura. Que sus clientes. Yo me las rasuro. Que las piernas. Yeah? Great. Now let's go to peinar. Peinar, to comb. Yeah? Peinar, regular verb. Peinarse, reflexive verb. Yeah? Yo peino a mi hija todos los días. Yo peino a mi hija. Now here, can you use a direct pronoun? Or will you use an indirect pronoun? Great. Direct pronoun. Because we have a direct object. We don't have an indirect object. In this sentence, we have a direct object, which is mi hija. Mi hija is being affected directly by the action I'm doing. Yo peino a mi hija. What? What do I comb? Mi hija. Yeah? Then you will add you will replace mi hija for the pronoun. Yo la peino. You see? La because she is a singular feminine. Yo la peino. Todos los días. Yeah? Now here in the reflexive form you say yo me peino todos los días. Yo me peino todos los días. Now here, will you use a direct pronoun in this sentence? Yo me peino todos los días? No, because we don't have a direct object. Yeah, we're just saying yo me peino todos los días. Now, if you would add yo me peino el pelo todos los días, then you can use the direct pronoun. Yo me lo peino. But when you just say me peino todos los días, then you cannot use a direct pronoun. Yeah? Unless you're specific on the object. Alright? So peinar, peinarse. Next one. Despertar. Despertar, that's an irregular verb, infinitive, yeah? Irregular in the present tense. And for example, yo despierto a mis hijos. Yo despierto a mis hijos. Yeah? I'm doing an action to somebody else. Yeah? Now here you have a direct object. Yeah? You don't have an indirect object. In this sentence, you just have a direct object. Then we can use the direct pronoun. Yo los despierto todos los días. Yeah? Masculine plural, because mis hijos are masculine plural. Okay? Yo los despierto. Yo despierto a mis hijos. What do I wake up? Well, a mis hijos. Yo los despierto. Okay? Then here, despertarse. Yeah? Despertarse means I wake up. Me despierto. Me despierto temprano todos los días. I wake up early every day. Me despierto temprano todos los días. Yeah? I wake up early every day. Now here, you don't have a direct object. So you don't use a direct pronoun. Just the reflexive pronoun and in the reflexive form. Me despierto todos los días. Yeah? Or me despierto temprano todos los días. Yeah? Now if you conjugate with the rest of the people, you will say me despierto temprano. Te despiertas temprano. Se despierta temprano. Nos despertamos temprano. Y se despiertan temprano. Yeah? Great. Now, next one. Rascar. Rascar, which is to scratch, I think we say. Yeah? For example, yo rasco la cabeza de mi hijo. Yo rasco la cabeza de mi hijo. Now pay attention in this sentence. Yo rasco la cabeza de mi hijo. Now here we have a direct pronoun, a direct object, and an indirect object. La cabeza is a direct object because I'm doing the action on the head. Yeah? Then a mi hijo is the indirect object because he is being affected indirectly, yeah, by the action. Yeah? Then you can use the direct pronoun and the indirect pronoun. How you do that? If you use only, if you would use only the direct pronoun, you would say yo la rasco. Yo la rasco. Okay? Yo la rasco. But if you want to add a mi hijo, yeah, then you would say yo se la rasco. Se la rasco. Why se? Because, remember, here comes the double substitution. Because we cannot use yo le la rasco. We have to use se. Yo se la rasco. What? La cabeza. To whom? To my son. Yo le, to my son, la cabeza, rasco. ¿Sí? Yo se la rasco. That's using direct and indirect pronoun. Now, rascarse. Yo me rasco porque me picó un mosquito. ¿Sí? Yo me rasco. Yo me rasco. ¿Ya? Yo me rasco. Here, you cannot use a direct pronoun because we don't have a direct object. Yo me rasco. You see, I'm just saying yo me rasco. Why? Because I've been bitten by a mosquito. Yo me rasco porque... My earrings. Yo me rasco porque me picó un mosquito. But if I say, yo me rasco el brazo, yo me rasco el brazo, the arm, I scratch my arm, yeah? Then I have a direct object because the action is being made on my arm. And that's reflexive because the arm is part of me. Yo me rasco mi brazo, or el brazo. Yo me rasco el brazo. Now, how would you use the direct pronoun here? Well, yo me lo rasco. Yo me lo rasco. Because el brazo is a singular masculine. Yeah? You see? Yo me lo rasco. Oh, me rasco el brazo. Me lo rasco. Okay? Great. Now you can, of course, you can do longer sentences. Yeah? Or you can use the past as well. I'm using present tense just to make it easy right now. But you can conjugate in the past or the pretérito, imperfecto, easy future, or the regular future. Yeah? Easy future, I say with the verb ir a. Voy a rascarme. Or in the pretérito, in the regular future, me rascaré. Yeah? So I say easy future for voy a. Okay? Now, you can conjugate in any time. Right? Great. Now, next one. Levantar. Levantar and levantarse. To lift, I think to lift up, I think it is. And to stand up. Yeah? Now, levantar is yo levanto el libro de la mesa. Yo levanto el libro de la mesa. I lift up the book from the table. I lift up. Yo levanto. Yo levanto. ¿Ya? Yo levanto. ¿Ya? O yo levanto la silla. O yo levanto las pesas. The weights. Yo levanto las pesas en el gimnasio. ¿Ya? That's to lift. Now, how would you use a pronoun in this case? For example, yo levanto las pesas en el gimnasio, or yo levanto pesas. We say both, levanto las pesas or levanto pesas. How would you use a direct pronoun there? Yes, yo las levanto. ¿Ah? ¿Dónde levantas las pesas? ¿En tu casa o en el gimnasio? Then you would answer, las levanto en el gimnasio. Las levanto en el gimnasio. See, las is the direct pronoun because las pesas is the direct object. Is the thing that is being lifted up. Yeah? So here you're using only the verb levantar. Yo levanto las pesas. Now, the reflexive form. Me levanto temprano. Todos los días. ¿Sí? O todos los días me levanto a las 6. Yeah? We can use levantar. Actually, we do. We say levantar with the meaning of to wake up. Yeah? Me levanto de la cama means in the morning. But also you can say me levanto de la silla. Yeah? Me levanto de la silla porque estoy cansada. Sí, because I'm tired. Me levanto de la silla porque estoy cansada. ¿Sí? Me levanto de la cama, me levanto del piso, if you're sitting on the floor, yeah? Me levanto. That's the reflexive form. Yeah? Now, me levanto de la silla, there we don't have a direct object. It's, even if it's la silla is not the one being affected by the action, it's me. Yeah, so we cannot use a direct pronoun. Just a reflexive. Me levanto de la silla. Okay? Great. Now, acostar. Acostar and acostarse. Acostar, it's an irregular verb in the present tense. And acostar is the infinitive form. For example, yo acuesto a mis hijos a las 9:30. Yo acuesto a mis hijos a las 9:30. Now here the meaning is that I take them to bed. By the way, acostar means to lay down. Yeah? Acostar. But when we say, oh, yo acuesto a mis hijos a las 9:30, the meaning is that I'm taking them to bed. Yeah? So yo acuesto a mis hijos. Now here we have a direct object, which are mis hijos. Yeah? So I use a direct pronoun. Yo los acuesto a las 9:30. Yeah? For example, if you ask me, Graciela, ¿a qué hora acuestas a tus hijos? I would say, los acuesto a las 9:30. Sorry. You see? Los acuesto a las 9:30. Right? Now, me acostarse, the reflexive form. There you will use the reflexive conjugation. Me acuesto muy tarde todos los días. Yo me acuesto tarde todos los días. You see? Me acuesto. I am sorry. My throat is a little bit dry. All right. So me acuesto. Muy tarde todos los días. But also we can use this verb, both verbs, to say me acuesto en el piso, or me acuesto un ratito means me acuesto un ratito. I lie down for a little bit to rest. Yeah? Me acuesto, reflexive. Acuesto al bebé en la cuna. I lay down the baby on the cuna. Yeah? On the baby's bed. Yeah? So me acuesto. Yo me acuesto. Okay? Now, callar and callarse. To shut up or to be quiet. Okay, callar is, for example, that's a regular verb in the present tense. Yo callo a los perros. Yo callo a los perros con piedras. Yeah? Now here we do have a direct pronoun. So I can say los callo con piedras. Los callo con piedras. You see? Yo los callo. ¿Ya? Los callo con piedras. ¿A quién? I mean, what do I, ¿qué? Callo los gallos. Los callo con piedras. That's a direct object. Now, callarse. Me callo. ¿Ya? Me callo la boca. I shut up my mouth. Or I am quiet. I'll be quiet. Me callo. ¿Ya? Now here, for example, a question will be, ¿por qué te callas? Why do you shut up? Or why are you quiet? ¿Ya? ¿Por qué te callas? Why do you shut down? Shut up. ¿Ya? ¿Por qué te callas? Shut up, meaning not because you're yelling or screaming, it's because you're saying something maybe that it's not appropriate or whatever. ¿Ya? ¿Por qué te callas? ¿Ya? Or ¿por qué te callas la verdad? Why do you shut up the truth, for example? Okay? ¿Por qué te callas? Me callo porque no quiero decir nada. You see, me callo la boca. Okay? Great. Next verb, it's a little bit, well, not confusing, but it's a verb probar. Now, probar in español, it's only one verb, but it has 3 different meanings. In fact, it has more meanings, but we use them only like in expressions or modismos. So let's look at these 3 meanings only. In English, you have 3 different verbs with 3 different meanings, but in Spanish, we have 1 verb with 3 different meanings. And then we have the reflexive form as well. Okay? For example, probar, to prove. Yo pruebo mi inocencia. I prove my innocence. That's an irregular verb, just conjugated. Pruebo mi inocencia. Yeah? Now here you can use a direct pronoun because you have a direct object, which is mi inocencia. Yo la pruebo. Yeah? Yo la pruebo. Talking about to prove. Okay? Now, we also have the verb probar with the meaning to taste. Okay? To taste. Pruebo la sopa. Pruebo la sopa. Yeah, that's irregular verb as well. Yeah, but with a different meaning. Pruebo la sopa. Yo pruebo la sopa, pruebo la margarita, pruebo el tequila. ¿Sí? You taste. ¿Sí? For example, yo pruebo la comida, you will use the direct pronoun. Yo la pruebo. Yeah? Now, you see, it is the same as la inocencia. Pruebo mi inocencia. Yo la pruebo. Pruebo la comida. Yo la pruebo. You see, it's the same, but it has a different meaning. Now, how do you know they're talking about proving or tasting? Well, because of the context of the conversation. Yeah? If you're in the kitchen, of course, you know it's about tasting. Okay? Unless you're talking about something else. All right. Now, the verb probar with the meaning to try or to test. Okay? Probar, to try. For example, yo pruebo la licuadora nueva. I try the new blender. Yeah? Or yo estoy probando, in the progressive form, yo estoy probando la secadora nueva. Yeah? The hair dryer. Yo estoy probando la secadora nueva. I'm testing it. I'm trying it. Yeah? Now here you have a direct pronoun as well. A direct object, which is la secadora. Yeah? Then you can replace that with a direct pronoun. Yo la pruebo. You see, we have here, you have to be careful because you have yo la pruebo, mi inocencia, yo la pruebo, la comida, and yo la pruebo, la secadora. That's correct. All 3 are correct. How do you know you're talking about the hair dryer? Because there has to be a context of a conversation. Alright? So that's irregular verb conjugated in the present tense with a direct pronoun. Not reflexive. Yeah? Now, probarse in the reflexive form means to try on. Yeah? For example, me pruebo los lentes. Yeah? Me pruebo los lentes. I do the action, I receive the action. Yeah? Me pruebo los lentes. Me pruebo el sombrero. Me pruebo los zapatos antes de comprarlos. ¿Sí? Me pruebo los zapatos antes de comprarlos. ¿Ya? Me pruebo los zapatos. Now here we do have a direct object. ¿Ya? And you can replace los zapatos with a direct object. Yo me los pruebo antes de comprarlos. You see? Me los pruebo antes de comprarlos. ¿Sí? Los zapatos is a masculine plural. Alright? Ok, yo me pruebo los zapatos antes de comprarlos. Yo me los pruebo antes de comprarlos. ¿Sí? Comprarlos. You're replacing as well los zapatos. So you don't have to say antes de comprar los zapatos. ¿Ya? So yo me pruebo los zapatos antes de comprarlos. Yo me los pruebo antes de comprarlos. Yeah? And so on with the jacket, with the dress, yeah? With whatever you try on you. Okay? Me pruebo, whatever. And then if there is a direct object, you can use a direct pronoun, replacing the thing you are trying on. Okay? But that's a reflexive form. Me pruebo. And that's the meaning is probarse, to try on. Okay? Now, great. Now that you know those differences, we move to the verb quitar. Quitar also has two different meanings. Actually, it has a little more meanings, but we use the other meanings for expressions or for modismo. So don't worry about them right now. Just these two, and in the infinitive form and the reflexive. Okay? For example, quitar means to remove. Yeah? For example, yo quito el libro de la mesa. Yo quito. Quito means I take it from one place and put it on another place. I remove it. Yeah, from the table. Yeah? Yo quito el libro de la mesa. That's a regular verb in the present tense. Yo quito el libro de la mesa. Now here we have a direct object, el libro. Yeah? Then you can use a direct pronoun. Yeah? Yo lo quito, because el libro is a singular masculine. Yo lo quito de la mesa. Okay? Now, the other form of quitar, or the other meaning, is to take away. Yeah? To take away. It's not to remove, it's to take away. Yeah? For example, la vecina le quitó. Pay attention, because you're using here an indirect object. La vecina le quitó el novio a mi amiga. The neighbor took away the boyfriend of my friend. That's how we say it in Spanish. La vecina le quitó. She's taking something away from the other person. Le quitó. Why le? Because you ask, ¿a quién? ¿Ya? ¿A quién? You see, la vecina quitó el novio a mi amiga. El novio is the direct pronoun, is the direct object, because it's the one receiving the action directly. But mi amiga is the indirect object, is the one being affected indirectly by the action the neighbor, la vecina, is doing. Yeah? So, la vecina le quitó el novio a mi amiga. Le quitó. ¿A quién? A ella, a mi amiga. Yeah? To whom? A mi amiga. Yeah? La vecina le quitó. Now, how would you use a direct pronoun in this sentence? We said we have a direct object, so you can use a direct pronoun. How would you say? Now pay attention here. We have direct object and indirect object, right? Then you have to use the double substitution, which is se. Because remember, we cannot say le lo quitó. Le lo quitó. Lo because lo is the direct pronoun for el novio. Yeah? Now, we cannot say le lo quitó, but we can say se lo quitó. Yeah? Listen. La vecina se lo quitó a mi amiga. La vecina se lo quitó. ¿Qué? El novio. ¿A quién? A mi amiga. La vecina se lo quitó. Yeah? Now you can use this with whatever. Yeah? For example, le quitó la bolsa. El ladrón, the thief, le quitó la bolsa a la señora. That's not reflexive. That's a regular verb. Le quitó, in the past, in the pretérito, le quitó la bolsa a la señora. The thief, el ladrón, le quitó la bolsa a la señora. Took away. Yeah? Now here in this sentence, you also can use an indirect pronoun because we have direct object and indirect object. La bolsa is the direct object. La señora is the indirect object. ¿Ya? El ladrón se la quitó. Again, se is the double substitution. ¿Ya? Don't get confused the se with the reflexive form of se. ¿Ya? In this case, is the double substitution that what you're using. ¿Ya? El ladrón se la quitó. And how you know it's not the reflexive se? Yeah? Because se, it doesn't match with the verb conjugated. Quitó means a ella. Yeah? Se la quitó. Yeah? You're using a pronoun, a direct pronoun. Se la, right there, se la quitó means it's to somebody else. Se la quitó. Okay? Now, and of course, remember, you have to know the context of the conversation, because quitarse can be confused with a reflexive. And you'll see if you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? I'll explain. Now, that's quitar and to remove and quitar to take away. Now, quitarse, to take off. ¿Ya? Me quito el sombrero. Me quito el sombrero. Me quito la chaqueta. Me quito la chaqueta porque hace calor. ¿Ya? Me quito los zapatos. ¿Ya? Me quito la ropa para bañarme. ¿Ya? Me quito la ropa para bañarme. ¿Ya? Both verbs are reflexive. ¿Ya? Me quito. Okay? But also, quitarse means to move. To move away from a place. For example, me quito de aquí. Me quito de aquí. Yeah? Me quito, I move from here. I move from here. Me quito. Or I remove myself from here. Yeah? Me quito. Me quito de aquí. Yeah? But here, I believe, in my understanding, is it can be confused with reflexive, the verb quitarse, to move yourself to a different place. But my understanding is that it's not a reflexive. That my understanding is that it's a converted. Yeah, you do the action of quitar. You don't do it on yourself. Yeah, you don't do it on yourself. Like sentarse, yeah, or peinarse, you do an action. Yeah? Me quito de aquí. Yeah? Now we have a command that says quítate. Move. Quítate. Move. Yeah? Move away. Quítate. You see, te. That's a command. Quítate. Yeah? Quítate de aquí, por favor. Move away from here, please. Quítate. See? Somebody's coming. Okay, I'll leave it here and I'll record the next video with the rest of the conjugation. Okay? I hope it is clear so far. Great. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.